All right, hello everybody. This is Zaxtor99. I want to go ahead and give you guys a quick review and kind of a look at My Super Tower 2 tower defense game that just came out today on Steam. It's a 99-cent game, guys. Right now, 40% off discount. Only 59 cents is all I paid for this tower defense game. Figured it was probably worth the money. And I'm going to go ahead and score it right now and show you guys what's up with this game. So, right off the bat, you have a Unity, intro screen, personal Unity edition. One thing I like right off the bat is that it doesn't launch that standard Unity, settings window that we've seen so many times with these simple Unity games. They have a settings, they have the settings control right here inside the game, where you can choose your resolution from all the standard resolutions up to 1920 by 1080 max. You can choose your graphics quality. It's probably going to be fantastic for most people. Music volume. I like to turn the music all the way down. Now you can also set bloom and anti-aliasing and all these different things. One thing you want to watch out for though is edge detection. Let me go ahead and show you what I'm talking about here. If I go ahead and hit apply here and I jump into a new game, again, choose the difficulty of the game anywhere from 75 to 125%. I want to let you guys know that 100% is middle of the pack is pretty darn easy. But let's go ahead and start a game. I want to show you guys something here. Everything looks good right here as far as the colors. But if I escape, go back to the menu, and I go back into settings here, and I click on edge detection, be really careful of this particular setting. I hit apply. I go into a new game. This is what edge detection does. So, yeah, unless you want your game looking like this, definitely watch that edge detection. At least on my computer, it causes this problem. So, let's go ahead and go back out to the menu. Let's change that setting. And let's go ahead and do color correction. And I don't like motion blur, but all that should be good. So you have a couple of different modes here, guys. You can just simply go into the new game where it's going to pick what map you're on and throw different maps at you. I don't know how many different waves there are, maybe 20 waves on each one. Or you can just go into an endless mode. I kind of like the endless mode better because you can choose what map you want and just get an endless wave of creatures coming at you until you get tired of the game and quit. So that's my suggestion. If you're going to play this game, just go Infinity and play until you get tired. So here you got 5 different maps right now. You have this one, scene 1, which is kind of cool looking inside of a mine or something. Snowy valley here, whatever. Kind of a red hot desert lava look. Or then you just have this paradise island kind of a look. So I don't know. We'll just go here. So what's going to happen when you launch the game is you're going to have, it's going to show you where the monsters are coming out of. So they're going to come out of here, and if you use your arrow keys, I wish they would let you set it so you can move WASD, but no, it's arrow keys. And it's going to show you that creatures are coming out here, and they're going to try to get in here. You got to try to protect wherever this blue arrow is showing you. So it shows you how many seconds you have left until your next wave starts. Not real scared, and you do get money over time. You'll see that I am getting more money over time. Now, one thing that I think is kind of funny is look at these guys here. When I first saw these guys, I was like, oh my god, it looks like the naked guys that I started with in Rust so much, back especially when I used to play old school Rust. Even new Rust, I think, you have naked guys that look just about like this, bald-headed guys with their schlongs hanging. So I always thought that was kind of funny. So it's going to start off pretty simple, guys. You're going to have 5 different creatures, coming at you, or 5. The number of monsters coming at you is probably going to be 5 to start with, and I've seen as many as I think 10 coming out in a wave. I haven't seen anything more than that, but I think their health and everything like that, and their walking speed is what's determined when you set that difficulty level. So it doesn't mean that you're going to have insane monsters or anything like that. I think they just increase the armor level of the creatures and maybe how fast they walk. So here you have things where you can freeze the items for 2.5 seconds. Fire tower can unfreeze them. If you built a fire tower, you have options and you're going to have skill points that you're going to earn over time. You can do an immediate blast, a fire blast, do 40% of the health to damage to anything in your radius. So for example, if I do that, I'm going to have a radius here and I can blow anything up in that radius, and it's going to take fire damage for another couple of seconds. But it does cost 10 skill points. And then magic health. So these are immediate immediate impacts on your creatures wherever you want to hit them. And then your towers are all down here. You have an earth tower, a wind tower, which hits flying creatures. Earth tower hits, good damage on walking creatures. I have seen at 100 difficulty level or lower, the wind tower does hit the walking creatures. So I'm not saying that I agree with that, but it's kind of weird. The one thing I have a problem with here is the fire tower. And if I put a fire tower out, I want to show you guys what this looks like. Put it wherever you want. It says you have to build it on the road in the description. So it's not even a tower. It looks like a little campfire. And for a cost of 50 units, it does very little damage for that. I mean, I want to go ahead and show you guys the difference here. If I put out even a common tower at 10, notice that my fire pit did, what is that, about maybe 20% damage to those creatures? Let's go ahead and put a common tower out here. And this thing is only 10 points, and it does damage to both flying and regular creatures. So, as you can see, it's doing as much damage to both these flying creatures and walking creatures as my campfire did to everything at 5 times the cost. So, pretty interesting there why this thing is so expensive and why it's called a tower, but it looks like a little campfire in the middle of the road. Kind of weird. Now, one thing you want to do anytime you build whatever kind of tower you build, you're going to get 1 tower point included with it. So you definitely want to go into that as soon as you build it and either choose, speed or damage. So for example, this one, I'll click on it and I'll choose speed for this one. Okay. That's pretty much all there is to it, guys. You have, your earth tower, which does damage to your walking creatures, wind tower for flying creatures, common tower does a little bit of damage to both. Ice tower does a little bit of damage, but mainly it tries to slow down the speed of everything. And then your fire tower, which we've already talked about, the campfire. That's it. That's all you're ever going to get. And then you can upgrade these things almost endlessly, but the upgrade cost goes, up every time. And then it shows you how much damage you're doing and what the speed is of your attacks. So really a pretty simple game, guys. And you would expect that for a game that costs less than $1. But we're going to go ahead and come in here. We're going to go ahead and throw some towers down. I don't have enough money. And hope that we don't win. So here, if you see that you're going to be in trouble, what you can do is you can try to do a fire blast if you have enough skill points to try to protect yourself from getting hurt. Notice my earth tower isn't doing any kind of attack on these flying creatures, so I'm going to take a pretty good hit to my health. But the main thing I wanted to do is just go ahead and show you guys how this game works. So now we've got through that wave. We did get hit for 4 points of our health. We have a little bit of time, about 30 seconds, to go ahead and use any money we've been awarded. So let's go ahead and put in a wind tower here. You got to hold down the left mouse button to build it. It takes a little bit of time to build it. Make sure that you go in and at least use that point that the tower comes with, even if you don't upgrade it. But let's go ahead and upgrade this. You also have the option to sell any towers. It takes a little bit of time to upgrade it. Now, another problem I have, guys, is it doesn't show you any difference between upgraded towers and regular towers. So keep that in mind. Yeah, definitely keep that in mind. So we have a wind tower here. That's why it's not doing any damage to these walking creatures. Let's go ahead and put a common tower right here. Again, we want to go ahead and upgrade that and at least choose damage or speed. And you can also speed this up, all the way up to 300%. So I do like that. Looks like we're going to take some more health here, guys. Points. Yeah, because... Now notice I'm getting more skill points here that I can actually use to blast them immediately, but I did take some more health points there. And like I say, at this level of the game, it's a little more difficult. Let's go ahead and put in some more common towers here. Let's go ahead and upgrade cost of 20 just to... I think I'd be more efficient here to build 2 more towers, honestly, than upgrading that one. For the same cost, I can actually build 2 more towers. And again, these are going to hit everything. Common towers, it almost seems like they're the way to go. They're like the most efficient way of, doing damage to your monsters. And I have a feeling we're not going to get hit again with the purchase of these. All right, let's go ahead and speed things up. Now here is the third kind of creature you have. You only have 3 different kinds of monsters: the birds, the naked men, the naked rust-looking men, as I call them, and then the like rock creatures or golems or whatever they are. And that's all you have, guys. I mean, that really is all you have. Slow things down. Try to get something done here. Let's go ahead and put a couple of more. Pause this again. Common tower. Pause again. Go ahead and put damage here. Go ahead and put damage here. Alright. Alright, we're good. So we got them all. Next wave starts in 30 seconds. 54 points. Let's go ahead and again load up with more common towers, guys. It almost seems like the best way to go. So the game needs some balancing because common towers, it seems like, are going to be your best way to go on everything. They're only 10 points. They hit both flying creatures and walking creatures. And, you know, they do a pretty good amount of damage to both. So, you know, you can throw in some more earth towers or whatever if you want to. But, and they do more damage, but the balance is a little bit off, in my opinion. Alright, let's go ahead and get this going. I do like that you can speed things up to 3 times the speed. Make the game go by pretty quick. Oh, slow it down here for the drama. Can they get past this last little part here? Yes, we got them. See what I'm talking about? The common towers are, just mass common towers are pretty much the way to go for, you know, a lot easier win in this game. So let's go ahead and talk about this game, guys. Let's go ahead and score it. Based on, you know, my criteria for scoring games, and if you've watched any of my reviews before, you know the biggest part of my score, and it's good for a game like this, it's under $1, is value. You know, how much game are you getting for your price tag? How much bang are you getting for your buck? It's worth 40% of my score, and this game at 99 cents regular price, I'm going to judge it at a 99-cent price tag, even though it's 40% off right now. For $1, I would expect that, you know, you would get at least 1 hour of gameplay out of this. Maybe not immediately, maybe not the first day you buy it, but over time, will you get at least 1 hour out of the game? And this game, I think this is going to be I think this is going to be a game that people buy and play maybe once or twice, but I don't see a lot of people coming back to this game over and over and over again. And I think most people are probably going to play this an hour or less, so I can't score it super high on value, even at a low price tag. There's just not enough here, guys. It's too simple. Even though you have 5 different scenarios, even though you have the endless mob and stuff like that, you only have 3 different kinds of creatures. I mean, they do increase the size of some of these. Some of these guys will get bigger, you know, as you get further on. But really only 3 different kinds of creatures here. And again, the volume is just going through the roof. Like, I don't know why the volume is so high. So, music is down. I don't know why the volume increased so much. Anyway, so that's one of the bugs that it has with the game. Another problem with the game is if I turn my music all the way down, as you can see here, and then if I move around to watch stuff, you'll see the music pop back up. So that is definitely a bug I just wanted to go ahead and let you guys know about before we get on further. So there's some really weird bugs with the game. But anyway, value, I'm going to go ahead and give this game about a 20 out of 40 on value. I think it's, you know, about half the people are probably going to get an hour's worth of game time out of it. And so maybe some people will get 3 or 4, but I think most people are probably going to be an hour or under. And so I think giving this game 20 out of 40 on the value score is being pretty generous, to be honest with you. There's just not enough here to keep people interested for that long, in my opinion. Not enough different kinds of creatures, not enough different kinds of maps and the graphics. Another thing too is when you upgrade, you know, if I upgrade this tower here, I've upgraded it. I'm going to do some damage here. You'll see here I've selected another tower, but there's no difference between this tower and this one here, so you have no way of knowing, you know, which towers I've upgraded and to what level. I'd love to see like a number here on the side of how far you've upgraded it, or, you know, see the color change, or see it look cooler or something, but the game's just really simple. It doesn't have any of even pretty standard features on these tower defense games. So 20 out of 40 for value. My next criteria or aspect of any game that I score is fun. It's worth 30 points. How much fun is the game? Just an overall score. It doesn't take, cost into consideration or anything. How much fun is the game, just as it is. I've played a lot more fun tower defense games, and tower defense games that have been free have actually been more fun than this one. I mean, is it fun a little bit? Yeah, you're going to have a little bit of fun in this game, but not nothing like you might hope for in a tower defense games, and Steam is saturated with tons of these games. So fun, I'm going to give the game, out of 30 points, I'm going to give it a 10. 10 out of 30, and again, I think I'm being pretty generous to the game. Again, it's one of the reasons why I don't think a lot of people are going to play this game even more than an hour, just because it's not enough fun. So 10 points there, guys. Next criteria is controls and bugs. It's worth 20 points. How well is the game control? What about the bugs? There's some balance issues here that I got to take points off. Like, for example, the fire tower here, just way too much cost for what it is, for a little campfire on the road that doesn't do that much damage. Balance issues are going to take points away here. Things like, decreasing your music and then moving the camera around causes your music to go back up. That's mine. That's a huge bug, and it's annoying as hell because the music, if you listen to it here, is annoying as crap. So, again, let me go ahead and show you what the music sounds like. So yeah, I mean, that's the music. It's horrifyingly annoying. So yeah, controls and bugs, I'm going to go ahead and give this game I think I'm being generous by giving this game a 12 out of 20 for controls and bugs. Just because it does have some little glitches, just because it had the problem I showed you guys with the, edge detection, different little things and balance issues are going to make me score this score in the middle as well. So 10 out of 20 for controls and bugs. And then the last criteria is graphics and sound. Well, the sound of the music is garbage, and the sound effects couldn't be any simpler. You've already seen that the graphics are nothing to write home about, especially the fact that towers don't even change in any kind of way when you upgrade them. That is mind-boggling to me that the developer didn't at least, make a different shades of green or different shades of blue for, how much you've upgraded a tower or something. A number over the top of them, anything would be nice. But really simple graphics. I know these kind of old school, simple graphics like this are kind of in style now, but all I can do for this, because the music is so simple and the graphics are so basic, it looks like probably assets the developer probably just got free or paid very little for on the Unity store. I haven't looked, but I'm sure that he didn't actually create any of these assets himself. I'm sure he probably bought them all in a package or two, or got them for free. So 3 out of 10 is all I can do for graphics and sound. So if we add everything up, guys, value 20 out of 40, we add up fun 10 out of 30. We got a total of 30 points there. And then I said 10 for controls and bugs is 40 points, and then 3 points for graphics and sound. Even at a price tag of 99 cents, less than $1, guys, where most of my score is based on value, you would think a game like this would score pretty high, because it does work, and I mean, it is a little bit of fun. But all I can muster up is a 43% for this game, guys. My advice, unless you just really love tower defense games, or unless you don't have any tower defense games, this game looks like fun to you, and you only have $1, then my advice is to put your dollar into something else. Go get a free tower defense games. There's tons of them out there on like GameJolt.com that are better than this for free. So 43%, guys, is all I can do for this game. And my recommendation is a not recommend. So even at 59 cents, guys, I can't recommend this game unless you just love tower defense games and you're trying to collect every single, tower defense game on Steam or something like that. My advice is to stay away from this one. This has been Zaxtorian. I want to go and thank you guys for watching. Take care, everybody. We'll see you in the next video. Peace.